Good morning and happy Vlogmas Day 19! So the majority of this vlog is my everyday makeup routine, which I'm going to insert right here. Okay, let's get started. So I put my base on already. I just did my Ole Henriksen under eye, eye brightening cream, and my Marc Jacobs Youthquake moisturizer. So let's just jump right in. First up, I don't normally wear primer, but I liked how my face looked yesterday when I wore this one. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of it on. This is the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. And I'm just gonna put that like right in this area. Okay, now it's time for the brows. We're gonna go with the Winky Lux Unibrow Universal Brow Pencil. I got this in a FabFitFun box and did not think it was gonna be the right color because like there's no universal eyebrow color, but it definitely works for me. So we brush them up and then we're just gonna take the pencil side and fill them in. Alright, brows are filled in. So now I'm gonna take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel and brush up my brows. I like the feathery look that's kind of on trend right now, so I just brush them up and over like that. Now we're gonna go and do the eyes. So we're gonna start with the CoverGirl Lid Lock Up Eyeshadow Primer. Oh, what's on my finger? I have been using the Morphe one, but it expired, so I picked this one up a couple of times and I really like it. It's just good to keep the eyeshadow on. And I just use my finger to blend that onto the lid. Okay, so for the eyeshadow, I'm just going to do one eye on camera and then I will do the other eye off camera. There we go. Okay, so the palette that I've been using is the BH Cosmetics X Sylvia Gani Beauty palette. This is what it looks like. Ooh, I bought it at Ulta. I don't know if it's still a thing. And I'm using the Morphe X Jeffree Star that I bought before I decided I don't like him, JS8 eyeshadow brush. So this is one of 3 go-to eyeshadow looks for me, but they're all about the same, just using different palettes. So yeah, if you don't have this one, just recreate similarly. So I'm going to go in with the shade Obsessed, which as you can see I've been wearing a lot because there isn't a lot left. I definitely hit pan on this, and I'm just gonna put that all over the lid. This is like a super easy few-step eyeshadow tutorial, so it takes like no time at all. Take a little bit more, blend that out, and just put it all over the lid and blend it up towards the brow bone. I have like hooded eyes kind of, so I need to bring it up here so that when my eyes are open, you can still see it above my lashes. So there we go. Now we're gonna take the shade Prince, which is this sparkly like champagne color, and I'm just gonna take it on my ring finger and apply it along the lash line. That was a little high this time. But then you can take the same Obsessed shade and just blend that out a bit so that it's not too harsh. There we go. So that is the first 2 steps before we do concealer. So I'm going to do the other eye and I'll be right back. Right, we're back. The first steps of both eyes are done. So now we're gonna go in with concealer. So I'm going to use, when I'm lazy, where did it go? When I'm lazy, I use my makeup wipe to like make my beauty blender damp. So we'll do that. And then we're going to take, oh, by the way, this is a Morphe sponge, not a beauty blender. Now we're gonna go in with the e.l.f. Camo Concealer Satin Finish in the shade Fair Rose. And I'm just gonna put that on the, hang on, gotta get my mirror. Sort of under my eyes. I don't go like right up there because I kind of go for more natural. Over here, and cover up any blemishes. There we go, and now we're gonna blend it out. The reason that I do concealer after the first part of my eyes is because often when you put glitter on, it can fall under the eyes, and so this lets you clean it up if you need. All right, concealer is done. So let's go in and finish up the eyes. Zoom you back in. Okay, so I'm gonna take the Morphe brush that looks like this. There is no number on it. This is one of their brush collections that they sell at Sephora. And we're gonna take the palette again, and we're gonna go in with the shade down here, Night Owl. And I'm gonna smudge that under my lower lash line and then kind of wing it out. Like that, and then wing it out. And then add some up here on the lash line, the upper lash line, so it kind of all connects. Sometimes I go too overboard with this, but it looks better with mascara. There we go. So the eyes are mostly complete before mascara. Okay, now it is time for blush and highlight. So I usually use cream blush, one of the few different ones that I have. Today we're going to be using the Tower 28 Beauty Magic Hour blush in the shade Beach Please. So I'm just going to take a little bit from here on my middle finger because my ring finger has glitter on it, and I'm just gonna dab that on the like apples of my cheeks, like so, and blend with this finger. I'm not flipping you off, I'm sorry. And I like to blend it up my cheekbones to kind of like raise my, make it look like my cheeks are kind of like higher. And I'll take a little bit more on this side. Be careful because it builds up pretty quickly. And you can always take your beauty blender to kind of blend it out. But I don't like to always use my beauty blender on cream eyeshadow or cream blush because it can often pick up all of the product. Also, this concealer sometimes does not like cream blush, but that's okay. All right, there we go. Ooh. Okay, all blended out, and now we're gonna go in with a highlighter. I normally skip bronzer because I kind of like that more like pale, editorial kind of look, but you can go in with bronzer. So now for highlight, I'm going to use the Pure Sculptor highlighting palette. There is very little of this highlight left. Go in with the Morphe R31 highlighting brush into the shade Originator, which is this one. And just apply that to the high points of my cheekbones here and above my brow on both sides. This palette smells like chocolate. And up there. And then just on the tip of my nose and my Cupid's bow. Perfect. So the last step in my routine is mascara. So I'm going to take the Ilia Limitless Lash Mascara and apply that to my top and bottom lashes. Alright, and the finishing step that I like to do is go in with whatever palette is near me or my highlighting palette. This is the Morphe D9D Painted Desert palette. And I'm just going to take this shimmery shade down here and put that on my inner corner. And there we go. I don't normally wear any lip things, especially right now during the pandemic, because if I leave my house, I'm putting on a mask, and if I'm not leaving my house, like, what's the point? So let's let my hair down and I'll show you the finished look. All right, there we go. This is my everyday makeup routine. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more makeup videos, leave some recommendations down below. There's a couple more coming during Vlogmas though, so stay tuned. I will include a little bit of vlog footage going forward in the day, but not a lot, because clearly the everyday makeup routine was the most important piece of this video. So let's get started with the day and get editing Vlogmas Day 18. Alright, it's a while later now. I decided not to vlog much of today since the makeup routine was kind of the most main part of this, but I mostly just laid around and watched The Office in Superstore. That sounded like watch The Office in Superstore. Watched The Office and Superstore. And now I'm just gonna pop over to Sophie's apartment and we're gonna just hand each other our gifts and head out again, and we're gonna be watching a Christmas movie tonight. So we'll get the rest of the evening on the vlog. So if you know me in real life, you know that I had a huge Avengers phase, and I still love all those movies. And last night I was watching a TikTok and they referenced it and I was like, God, I miss watching these movies so much. So I'm currently watching the Avengers, the first one. This is where I really got into it. And it still just brings me so much joy, like the da-na-na, 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 da-na-na. And we were in Disneyland for my band like tour in grade 12. We got to play the Marvel Studios opening theme with a Disneyland, like a Disney conductor. Man, it was so cool. I miss the OG Avengers stuff, and it's not gonna be the same now that the first few phases are done. Anyway, that's just an update on what I'm doing right now. This clip is being lit by the light of the Tesseract. But when my parents get back and it's time for dinner, I think we're gonna watch Rise of the Guardians. So.